Number 100. I'm your host this week, Jamie Dorley, with the co-host, the one and only. Welcome back, Joe Messino.
Oh, the Centennial is running strong, isn't it?
Incredible event.
Incredible.
We've met so many great friends that have come back live because they've taken some time off, and so many new people have come in this week. And what were some of the highlights for you?
Well, you know what? We're still having people come in and say, wow, the remodeling looks great. I said, yeah, it's about a year and a half ago, so it's been a while. I'm glad you're back. But that's what we're seeing. You're right. We're seeing all of our regulars coming in. Yesterday was busy from morning till night, and a lot of new people coming in.
Yeah, so come on down live. We got workshops all day. We have free healthy food right out front from 11 to 2. We have incredible samples throughout, including the smoothies.
Yes.
What's your favorite smoothie of the week?
Sorry, I Purple Haze just got unseated to Jailhouse Rock.
Oh my God, Jailhouse Rock got you, huh?
Got me.
You know, I was a little skeptical when I heard the name. I said, what is this? And then when I tasted the banana with that little extra kicker of peanut butter, I says, I think they got me.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I still love the chocolate Reese's peanut butter cup.
Yeah.
But that Jailhouse Rock has got to be Rookie of the Year for smoothies.
Absolutely.
Created by the Rookie of the Year.
Created by the Rookie of the Year. Kevin did it. Yes, he did. So I know he was an Elvis fan like I was.
Well, you guys grew up with Elvis, so, you know, back in the day. So we're live today. Come on in. You do not need to be have an appointment.
No.
Don't need to be a customer. You can come on down. Bring your postcard. Where did you bring the postcard or mention it?
Bring it, mention it. You get that free swag bag.
Over $100 value of the swag bag. We got full-size formulations in there.
Yep.
We got shaker bottles, books, samples, fantastic things to really enjoy. So today we're going to be talking about, really most importantly, how to read some labels, right? Because so many people are confused, even with the vitamins, and the difference between, you know, maybe the store brand versus the vitamin shop versus we have not only World of Wellness, but a Nutritional Frontier. So there's a big difference in the products, and we're going to help you really look at the two key ones, the multivitamin and the fish oil.
Yes.
Those are a great starting point because they're easy to understand.
They're easy to understand. And not only that, Jamie, they're probably the two new or formulations that are most popular amongst consumers. They know, even if they don't take anything
they're
else.
The two top selling.
Top sellers.
We go way back to June 19, 2002. We were babies back then. But JAMA, the Journal of American Medical Association, so the AMA actually stated back then, Joe, they changed their position from the first time in 40 years from eat right to what?
Eat right and take a multivitamin every day.
Unfortunately, they did stop there.
They did.
They didn't tell us the difference on the multivitamins, which one you should take. And that's okay. At least they got people in tune that we need a multivitamin every day, right?
And they sure beefed up the sales of Centrum in one a day.
Yeah, so I started there years ago. It's okay if you're at that level. However, there are new levels you can go to with stuff like we have, like the Women's Complete and
the new Men's Complete. I mean, these two, they take it's not a multivitamin anymore, right? It takes it to a whole new level. It's a complete daily nutrient formulation.
Yeah, the Women's Complete has active vitamins. Why active vitamins?
Well, you want your body to be able to recognize them so they can absorb them, just like they would from food.
And then we have the Trax chelated amino acid chelated minerals.
And that's because minerals are basically rocks. So you have to attach them to a food substance like an amino acid so the body can absorb them.
So active vitamins, active chelated minerals, and then we have things in there like lactospore.
Oh, lactospore is probably the single most important probiotic because it's the original. It's soil-based. It's from Mother Nature. This was the original probiotic. If we were eating a perfect diet, we'd get it, but of course we don't. So now we can replace it.
Then we added the Women's Wellness Complex.
Ooh. You know, and this formulation, Jamie, went from prenatal to childbearing years to now menstruation to menopause. It has everything a woman needs for complete women's
It covers all the stages of life,
right?
And that's why it's so important, because oftentimes pregnancies, even in a relationship, aren't planned. And even if they are planned, you don't know 4, 6, sometimes 8 weeks into it that, hey, it's official. You missed out on a lot of the development and the key time for the brain and fetus to develop.
Right, and that's those essential fats that are in there. The folate, that's for especially the methylfolate. That's the type that the body can absorb. It'll get to the baby as well. So everything that the mother and the baby need are in that.
So we're going a little bit deeper today. Before we do, the crowd's going crazy already. They're lining up.
In anticipation.
This reminds me of the old days when people would sleep out for Van Halen tickets. So people are lined up in the parking lot already, I believe,
I think
to
so.
get the book signing.
Yes.
Who's coming to town this weekend, Joe?
Well, it's not Santa Claus, but it
It's
is.
better.
Yeah, it's even better. It's Dr. Judy Mikovits and her partner in crime, Dr. Tracy Straub. They're going to be here live, not on Zoom, live, folks, right here at this podium. And they're going to be here they're going to bring the house down. And Judy's going to be signing books. We got a bunch of her books here, right?
Yeah, so we got to support them. You know, Judy lives all the way on the West Coast. Tracy lives even further in Tyrone. So, you know, they're taking time away from their families, their businesses, their loved ones, their personal time to come down here to share some of their experience and knowledge and wisdom. And they're so generous about it because normally when they speak, you know, the entry fees are anywhere between $100 to $500. What are we charging this week to see them live at World of Wellness?
I'm going to have to think about that, but I think it's $0.0.
Yeah, we want to make this a free event. So come on down Saturday. We need to give them a nice Pittsburgh welcome, Joe, because we like to bring them back in the future. However, their time is limited, and other events have hundreds of people or thousands show up. So we need to support them.
Well, it's always been standing room only. When Judy was here doing a professional training event, we sold the place out. Dr. Tracy, when she's here at the Wellness Center, people line up to ask her questions and get her advice.
Absolutely. So we're excited. They'll be down here on Saturday, December 10th. They'll be down here for the majority of the day. So come on down, get a free lunch, check out their workshops, ask any questions you like. You know, she's not charging to sign the book. It's a small fee to buy the book. But, you know, sometimes these, you know, Hollywood type or A-listers or best-selling book authors, they do charge a fee. I get it. It's their time.
Yeah.
Judy's not doing that.
No, and Judy, you know, we want to support her as much as we possibly can.
Oh, of course. And Dr. Tracy has her book out. So hopefully she's bringing that. I'm not sure if it's an online version or a hard copy.
It's hard to sign the online ones, but she'll do her best.
Oh, you know, she's here to help out, and she's fantastic. So come on down Saturday, December 10th at World of Wellness and check out Dr. Tracy Straub and Dr. Judy Mikovits.
Yeah, this is a one-time event. We've never had those two together live, so this is going to be amazing.
Yeah, and we are accepting new patients and clients at the Wellness Center. How do they get involved, Joe?
Look, all you got to do is come on down. You can come down anytime and sign up to be a patient. You can register to be a patient. Just give us a call if you want to set an appointment sometime in advance, 412-922-9355. But if you come on in, we can talk to you. You can talk to our nutritionist, Jeff Niznik. You can talk to Jamie and I. You can talk to the chiropractors and Andrea, our muscle therapist. Talk to them and let them tell you how they can help you.
So what's the best number to call?
412-922-9355.
So the Wellness Center is accepting new patients. We encourage you to see the doctors or nutritionists at least once.
That's right.
To get a better idea. And if you come down this week, we still can answer any questions in the store. I like when people bring their products in.
Yeah.
Because to do the free nutritional review with their bottles, I can usually cut them by about 50%. So you get better results and better values.
Always.
Yeah, and it's more compliance because you don't have to take as many pills and tablets and those things.
Yeah, and you know, there's always these new fad products that come on the market. You know, every year you're going to see something. Bring it on down, and we'll give you the.
Yeah, the one this year we won't, you know, hide it is Balance of Nature.
Yeah.
Right. So if you compare that versus our greens, there is no comparison.
No.
Our greens would have to be about $600 when you compare it dollar to dollar, right?
Yeah, because if you had what was the latest count on capsules to equal one scoop of the greens?
30 caps from Juice Plus you wouldn't get all the other nutrients in it. And
well, you wouldn't get the Omothean,
right? The patented glutathione. What about the DMG?
Wouldn't get that either. You won't get the grapeseed extract. None of
Vitacholine, all those nutrients, the active folate that we put in greens. Have you seen the greens out there like this?
Never. This is the only one. And on top of all that, it's the best tasting.
Absolutely. So we're talking a little more here about quality of nutrients, and you can be guaranteed that Nutritional Frontiers and the brands we carry at World of Wellness, they have gone through the CGMP process.
Right.
So what does
Absolutely.
that mean?
Okay, so this is a standard of excellence, okay? Good manufacturing practices. GMP used to be what it was called, but it kept changing and evolving, so they added that little C to make it current good manufacturing practices.
Yeah, and the whole idea is what is on the label is in the product, so they guarantee purity and potency. And we even take that a step further. We give you a money back guarantee
That's
on
right.
anything. So can you still make a poor or cheap product in the GMP facility?
Yes, because the facility is what's regulated, not the product itself.
Right. So the product will test out, but what we find is we look at the research, no patented research trademark ingredients. Why would you want those in there?
Because all the science and all the studies have been done to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that what we say this is going to do for your body is going to do it.
Yeah, we want synergy, right? We want synergistic formulation so that you can get the best result from the least amount of products. We don't use any toxic ingredients.
No.
We offer many different delivery systems. We have liquids.
Liquids. We have
What else?
chewables. We have powders. We have capsules. We have transdermals. Goes on and on.
We have a little bit of everything. One is to maximize your compliance. Somebody was in the other day and says, which one's better, Immunomax caps or chewables?
Which one do you want?
That's what I said. She goes, well, I like chewables, so that's
One
better.
that's better.
But they're different. I said, I know, but they're both good.
They're both good. It's all a matter of preference on delivery method.
And, you get better compliance, better value, and best results.
That's right.
Because our whole purpose is really to help you improve your results and improve the value. So if
That's
you're a
right.
healthcare professional versus the consumer, that applies to both.
It sure does. And that's about, and value is what's important, not cost. Here's
What do they
that,
say?
here it is right there.
Price is what you pay, value is what you get.
That's what you get.
Comes
And
all the
this
way
is-
from Warren Buffett.
Here's what Jamie was talking about earlier. Goes back to June 19th of 2002. Wow, that's about when we started doing these wellness events.
I was just thinking, I was about the same date I was at the event meeting
Yeah.
you. I was at the, I was with Metagenics at the Almanzo's Palace Inn. Doc had his seminar.
Yep.
I remember he had a lot of Miracle 2 soap, and he was doing it on muscle testing and cleaning your teeth, and we did detox. So
Yeah.
wow, seems like yesterday.
Yeah, it's 20 years later, and here we are.
So here's a checklist, Joe. I want to keep things simple.
Yep.
I'm a simple guy that's very complex, but I like to keep things simple. 3 bullet points. So when you're looking for a multi or any product, what are some things you look for right away?
Okay, so first of all, as you mentioned earlier, the quality of the nutrients. Okay, that would be the form. But dosing is important because you want compliance, right? If you have to take too many to get what you need, and there's a chance you're not going to do it.
Yeah, sometimes you have a product that's more for prevention or long term that you're not really looking for a therapeutic result.
Right.
That might be okay, but I find it's the dosing of the amount of the ingredient plus the number of ingredients.
Absolutely. I mean, you can put 5 or 10 milligrams of CoQ10 in something.
Oh my God! For what?
For what? It's
Window dressing.
That's exactly what it is.
Fairy
Window
dust,
dressing.
whatever you want to
Yes,
call it.
you need that. You need those levels, 100 milligrams.
So we've done all the research to determine what ingredients you need at what doses. So that's number 1.
Yes.
Number 2.
Number 2 is the form of the nutrient. Like we said, the best example of that is the B vitamins, because they're very expensive when it comes to a vitamin, and the synthetic versions are very cheap.
So what are some of the synthetic versions you've seen?
Well, I mean, you see a synthetic version of B12 is probably the most common, and folate is another. B12, if you see cyanocobalamin, you don't want that.
If it starts with a C, I say see you later.
See you later, because that's related to cyanide. Okay, you want methylcobalamin, and that's just like with methyl tetrahydrofolate for the folic acid.
So it's a dosing, it's a form, and oh my God, toxins.
Oh. How can there be a toxin in a nutrient?
Well, it could be toxins in anything, right?
That's right.
Depending on the quality, the sourcing, and then what's really the goal, right? So if you're using number 1, the most obvious one would be a colored tablet.
Yeah. And they'll put it right on the label, folks. You'll see blue number 4 and red number 3. It's right there.
Yeah, yellow. They like those colors, right? So one would be dyes. Other things like in the protein powders be artificial flavorings.
Right.
Nutritional Frontiers, by choice, doesn't use any of these ingredients.
None. No artificial anything. If it has the word artificial in front of it, it should not be in a nutrient and it should not go in your mouth.
So we want to make sure the formulation's got the right dose of the right ingredients in the right forms with little or none of the things we don't want in there, these emulsifiers. And there's different ways to make the formulations will determine the toxins. So let's take our friends at Centrum. Happy holidays. Thank you. And this is a Centrum gummy. Everyone loves gummies these days, right, Joe?
They sure do. You know why they love them, Jamie? Because they taste like candy.
Well, I was taught recently at a seminar out in Vegas that gummy vitamins are candy with a little bit of
vitamins in them.
And that's okay. It's better than nothing.
I guess so. Better than nothing, but there are quality levels of gummies.
So we look at the dosing on some of these things, they're really low. And then what about the forms like of the B12?
Oh, there it is. Cyanocobalamin right there in front.
So low dosing, there's only about 20 ingredients in here, right?
Yeah, it's not really a multivitamin. It's very low.
It gives you like a bare minimum.
Bare minimum.
Kindergarten level.
But you're even below the RDA, the ridiculously dumb amounts. You're below that on things like vitamin C, on vitamin A, on vitamin E. They're below the RDA. Look at zinc below the RDA.
And then when you look at other ingredients, what do you see?
Sugar, and sugar. First three ingredients.
Yeah, as we learned from Dr. Bob Rakowski this week, he did an incredible presentation. And he said the consumption of sugar is about 150 pounds per year by people in the U.S. And white flour is about 150 pounds. So people consuming almost 1 pound a day of flour and sugar.
Wow.
You see the problem?
That's a recipe for disaster. And this one even has artificial. It has sucrose in it as well. So
terrible.
Not good.
So what's the grade on this one? Survey says?
Oh, let's go. And I guess we'll go D minus.
D minus? I wish you were my teacher in school.
I mean, it has a little bit of vitamins in it.
This is a left back.
Yeah.
It's not even an F. We're leaving this one back. We're moving on. Let's go to the next one.
Okay.
All right. So on the left, we have the woman's multi from Centrum again. Let's go right to the ingredient profile is a little bit bigger. Do you see any of the forms in the parentheses?
No. I wonder why they're not disclosing the form.
Well, either they don't know, they don't care, or the form is the lowest grade form, so it doesn't matter.
That's right.
Because the only time you really got to put the form on there is when you have the more unique ingredients.
That's true.
Or the bioactive forms, which we always do. So no forms. What about the dosing?
The dosing. One
vitamin K, 17%.
Yeah. But one tablet? Come on. How are you going to get one little tablet that's loaded with Oh, I see my colors down there. FD and C blue. Number one. I see FD and C blue number two. Oh, and then one blue wasn't enough. They had to put two in there.
Oh, sometimes two is better than one. What's the first ingredient?
Calcium carbonate.
So what would you grade this one as?
F.
Okay, good.
Yes, F.
So we got F. All right. So the next one's actually a pretty good formula. This is from Thorne Research. I got a lot of friends there. I got Willie McCamey, my friend that runs Thorne. Great company. This is a more complete formula, right? You have it in a capsule form. You have the right dosing. There's a longer, comprehensive list of ingredients, right?
Yes.
You see that?
Yes.
They have the better forms of it, okay? However, this is more of a multivitamin, multi-mineral. It doesn't have some of the ingredients we would add in at NF for like the women's or men's complete.
Right, because it's a multivitamin, multi-mineral. What we want to do with our formulations is take them beyond that, right?
Yeah, so that one gets I'd say a B.
Yeah.
B plus.
Yeah.
So let's look at women's complete. So right away, what's the difference? The list of ingredients.
The list of ingredients goes beyond a multivitamin mineral complex, and it adds in the things that we were talking about before: superfoods, probiotics, DMG. These are ingredients that you'll never find in a multivitamin.
So it has a longer list of ingredients, higher dosing,
big time.
Right? What about the forms? Any good forms in here?
Every single one of them is the bioactive form. Every single one.
Any toxic ingredients?
None. 0.0.
So the dose they say per serving is 4 caps. How many can you take? Can you do one a day?
You can do one. You can do two. You can do 4. It's up to you, your lifestyle, and everything else that you're
Yeah, so I
taking.
always say age,
Sure,
goals, lifestyle.
absolutely.
Right? So if you're a younger female, you want to do 1 a day, start there.
Sure.
In the 20s, maybe you go to 2. If you're trying to conceive, you can go right to 4.
Absolutely. And look at these patented, research, trademarked ingredients in here.
Oh, I love it. The Ferrocal, the most bioavailable form of iron on the planet.
That's right. And if you're in menstruation, you need iron. Yes,
Absolutely. The active folate, how important is that?
Oh, well, we know that about half of the population can't absorb regular folic acid, so it's very important.
Yeah, and they were doing it was jacking up the numbers to 5 milligrams.
Right.
Well, how do we know that's enough? How do we know it's not too much? Right. What about K? We don't talk about vitamin K2, and our brand is the MK7.
Right. Vitamin K2 is one of those nutrients that just came into prominence in the last few years because we found that it wasn't a lack of calcium that was hurting with bone development and osteoporosis. It was the inability to get that calcium into the bones. That's where vitamin K2 comes in.
And then we didn't stop there. Of course, we got the lactospore.
Oh, the lactospore. There it is again. This is that soil-based probiotic, spore-based probiotic. And you know what else, Jamie? It's stable at room temperature too, so you don't have to refrigerate this.
Yeah, we found, unfortunately, even the K2 that we carried years ago, they were testing out between 45 and maybe 60%. They were very unstable. So our friends at Gnosis were able to provide the MK7 in a bioavailable form, 99.9% active and stable.
This is it. This is the most complete women's formula on the market.
So the Men's Complete, I started taking that. I can notice the difference right away, which is unusual for a multi, right? So I can tell right away. The thing I love about this, active vitamins, chelated minerals, and we added some really important nutrients for men's health, including things like the Lycored, the CoQ10, the Lutamax. So I would love this formula.
Well, Jamie, it's interesting that you say, because, you noticed a difference and you take a lot of supplements. But people that don't take a lot of supplements, boy, they notice a difference immediately.
Oh, absolutely. So it's a great formula. I love it already. I've been taking 4 a day to get that nice dose in. And I love the fact that it's a veggie cap, very gentle on the stomach. So we want to talk about some of these PRTs we're talking about, right? So we got, I don't know, maybe 50 now that we use.
Yeah.
And we've met a lot of them at the events, and we've done a lot of training with them. And that's okay. The nice thing is that we have the companies we work with, and they all have more than one ingredient, right? So that's nice about having partners because you can utilize their whole portfolio of the ingredients that they carry.
Right, and they're very generous. They come on, they do training for us, they do workshops for the wellness weeks. They're partners, and that's what we need them to be.
Yeah, and one of those ingredients is DMG, right? So this is an ingredient that's got 5 U.S. patents on it. Tracy was actually, working with Nutritional Frontiers at the beginning. That's the first formula she used where she really built a lot of confidence. She used it on an infant.
Yes, that's right. She used it on an infant. She called her rep, Mikey
DMG.
DMG. Says, "What can I do? The baby won't stop crying." And Mike said, "Give it some DMG."
Yeah,
Liquid DMG. Yes.
So 5 U.S. patents on it. That's the book we actually have here. So we'll go to the next one. So the multis, I think people understand. The other one that's really important is the omega fish oil, otherwise known as fish oil or omega 1000.
Right.
So have you seen this brand before, Kirkland?
Oh yeah. I've seen it.
It's right next to the toaster ovens and the Kit Kats at Walmart, right? So folks, let's look at it because a lot of people say, "Hey, I take 1,000 milligrams of fish oil." Are they right?
They're taking exactly what it says on that bottle, 1,000 milligrams of oil.
Right. We don't care how much oil is in there. What do we want to count, Joe?
We want to count how much of the EPA and DHA, the active ingredients in the fish oil.
So in nature, you find 25 to 30%. But some of the new technologies allow them to screen the product, screen the fish, and actually get higher concentrations. So let's look at this example from Kirkland. It has 1,000 milligrams of oil per one, and then the EPA and DHA is how much?
Oh boy, a whole 250 milligrams.
So that's 25%, right?
And they don't even break down how much of it is EPA or how much is DHA.
You're a very nice teacher and very generous. What does 25% get in your class?
Get you booted out.
Yeah, left back.
Yeah.
That's a fail. Let's go to the next one. So let's look at the label for Nutritional Frontiers, the Omega 3D. First of all, the EPA and DHA is 1,800 per two, so that's 900. What's 90%?
90%. That's an A in my book.
Okay, and I always like to go for the extra credit, the A plus. We added some vitamin D3 in here. So what's your grade now on the product?
Now you got to be an A plus. This is 100%.
So you'd have to take actually 4 of the Kirkland just to get what's in this.
Yes.
But you wouldn't get the D3.
Wouldn't get the D3, and you don't know what else you're getting.
Right.
Either.
So 4 soft gels to 1. We don't know what else you're getting in there. And then what about the liquid? You'd have to do 12 of the Kirkland soft gels to get 1 teaspoon of the liquid.
That's right. So now, what does that do to the cost of that Kirkland product?
Well,
skyrockets.
Yeah. So when you say which one's more expensive?
Yes,
Kirkland.
Absolutely.
So that's the ways we can help you folks, because we want to consolidate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And help you so that you don't take as many products, but you're getting the therapeutic dose you need.
Right. And you can do that with this because you can, like you said, with the multi, you can take 1, you can take 2. But if you need to get to that, multiple gram level for some of these conditions, it's very easy to do.
Well, there you go, folks. You bring your bottles in. We can do that for free. Back to Judy. So we also want to remind everyone to come on down and invite you to a very special event. We will buy you lunch, Joe. We'll give you samples.
Yes,
we'll give you $100 worth of free products. Anything else we need to get them in here?
Yeah, you know what? Get in here and get the gift of health for you and your family. Okay?
Yeah,
don't
we
wait
have
any
stocking
longer.
stuffers and all types of events. And on Saturday, a raffle for another Vitamixer?
Yes.
Who bought that? My son?
Look at the tickets piling up in there. Oh, boy.
Well, come on down. That's a free Vitamixer valued at $650. That's more than my first car.
Me too.
Almost combined our 2 cars,
I
right?
know,
When we started out. So come on down. We have Dr. Tracy and Dr. Judy. When are they coming down, Joe?
They will be here this Saturday, December 10th, folks. They're going to be doing their workshop at high noon. They'll be around most of the day.
Yep, come on down Saturday, hang out, get some food, try some samples, check out a workshop, get the honor and privilege of meeting Dr. Tracy and Dr. Judy. They're going to do some workshops, some roundtables, book signing. They'll hang out here all day. They're going to do question and answer, no holds barred.
That's the way I like it.
I like that. And
yes.
She says, well, just tell people anything they were afraid to ask, they can come down and ask.
And do you see anyone else bringing Dr. Judy Mikovits to town, Jamie? No, just Nutritional Frontiers, just the World of Wellness, and just Mr. Jamie Dorley. He can get it done.
So come on down, folks. We appreciate all support. What if you can't make it down, Joe? How do you participate?
Well, you know what? You could still watch their workshop. You could still get it on our Zoom. We'll put it live on our restream for Facebook, YouTube, on both Nutritional Frontiers and World of Wellness channels.
Check out our new website, wowpgh.com. That's wowpgh.com, interactive website. You can also check out Nutritional Frontiers website for all the different research articles on there. And if you'd like, you can give us a call at 412-922-WELL. That's 412-922-2566. Have a great day. Thank you, and God bless.